Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital predictions for this week will see Drew Kane, Quartermain, Cameron Matheson, Shocking Willow Tate, Caitlin McMullen, and Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard going down. We've got GH predictions for Lucky Spencer, Jonathan Jackson, and Christina Corinthos Davis, Kate Mancy, Natalia Rogers Ramirez, Eva LaRue, and Sonny by himself, Dante Falconeri, Dominic Zamprogna, and Lulu Spencer, Alexa Havins, and also for Willow. Our very first General Hospital prediction, Lucky Spencer, Jonathan Jackson turns Christina Corinthos Davis, Kate Mancy into the PCPD. So, spoilers for this week. On Monday, Lucky lashes out at Christina. She has gone too far and needs to pay. That's what he tells her. And on Wednesday, Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Gran, is thrown for a loop. In the promo spoilers, we saw that Rick Weber, formerly Chris Robinson, remembers something from the accident. I saw a really funny post on Soap social media. Somebody was talking about yet another medical emergency and Christina is in the chapel again talking about herself. It was just very funny. People just do not like this new version of her, and I kind of agree. So, if Christina had killed Ava Jerome, Maura West, Lucky might have covered for her. But since she almost killed Elizabeth Weber, Rebecca Herbst, while she was trying to kill Ava, Lucky is shaken. He's angry with Christina. He's fallen back in love with Liz, and now he's almost lost her because of Christina's unhinged antics. To be fair, Lucky has been enabling Christina with her Ava-blaming hostility, but now that it's affected the woman he loves, next week Lucky is going to want Christina to pay. So, he may turn her in or give her an ultimatum about turning herself in. And on top of that, when we last saw Rick, he had a flashback and remembered seeing Christina at the crash site. And this week, he is going to tell somebody what he remembers about the accident. So, between Lucky and Rick's reminiscence, well, Christina may well be exposed this week and a candidate for arrest. So, we'll see what happens there. Our second prediction for General Hospital, Natalia confesses to Sonny about her ex-husband. So, on Thursday, spoilers say Natalia makes a confession to Sonny. And in April spoilers, we know that Natalia and Sonny are going to hit a bump in their relationship where things have been going fine for them. So, this week, the question is, what exactly is she confessing? She may just tell him that Ulrich Sidwell Carlo Rota is her ex-husband and the father of her children. Sonny would be surprised, and this could be a game changer for him. Natalia, Sonny doesn't like dishonesty, and what Natalia has done is a lie of omission about her ex-husband. However, Sidwell doesn't want anybody to know about his and Natalia's messy past, and Sidwell threatened her if she told anyone, but Natalia may do it anyway. And since April spoilers confirmed that things get bumpy for Natalia and Sonny, it seems very likely it's about Sidwell. Sonny's already turned down Sidwell's offer to find the bomber, but I doubt he is going to take no for an answer. And Sidwell may keep pushing, but I don't know if Sidwell did this or not. Is this like when OJ was out looking for the real killer? I don't know. This all may cause problems. Sonny's a grudge holder, and he keeps secrets, but he hates when others keep secrets from him, and that's what Natalia is doing. Our third prediction, Sonny has a cardiac episode and is rushed into surgery. On Wednesday, Christina's pleading with Sonny, and in April spoilers, Jack Brennan, Chris McKenna, is there to support Carly Corinthos Spencer, Laura Wright. Both of these things have me worried. Sonny's got a lot on his plate and looks like things are going to catch up to him soon. He had a really bad spell the other day with Ava when he collapsed, and Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, warned him not to go to Canada chasing the hitman and said, "Sonny, go get your surgery." But he keeps putting it off. And the week we're coming up on is going to be very stressful for the mob boss, with Christina possibly heading for arrest because Ava now knows the brake lines were cut. And then Natalia's confessing something to Sonny that's going to be stressful, and it may just all be too much for his achy breaky heart. On General Hospital, Sonny will decide to get this heart surgery done on his timeline, not what the doctor necessarily recommended, and he may have left it for too long, and this could all be a perfect storm. Too much stress on Sonny's heart. He may have another cardiac episode worse than the previous ones and may be rushed into the new Monica Quartermain, Leslie Charlson Cardiac Center for treatment. Our fourth prediction, Lulu's love confession sets Dante off. So, on Tuesday, Lulu, Alexa Havins, and Dante Dominic Zamprogna have it out. And in April's spoilers, we know Lulu admits her true feelings to Dante. And the thing is, he already knows. We saw Maxie Jones Kirsten Storms tell Dante several weeks ago that Lulu is still in love with him, but he is not interested in processing any of this because of the grief over Sam McCall Kelly Monaco. Dante had some frustrations with Lulu, and he's calmed down about that, but that doesn't override all the feelings he had for another woman. This week, Lulu and Dante have a huge fight. General Hospital spoilers we've seen say that she's gonna tell him the truth. And you know, she may go ahead and say, I'm still in love with you, and I was going to break up with Dustin, but then the bomb went off. And Lulu's confession just may be too much for Dante to handle right now. He's still mourning Sam. He's still dealing with Danny Morgan, Asher Jared Antonizan, and Scout Kane Cosette Abinante's grief and Rocco Falceroni, Finn Francis Carr's grief. It's all very fresh. Chances are Dante's not ready to think about being with anyone again, much less Lulu. And Dante may lash out and feel like Lulu is pressuring him even though she just probably wants to be honest and get those feelings off her chest. But the timing feels like it may be all wrong. And there's still a chance while she's arguing with Dante that she may blab to him the fact that he and Brooklyn Quartermaine, Amanda Seddon, have a son he doesn't even know about, and that may also infuriate him. Our fifth and final prediction, Willow Caitlin McMullen finally gets the truth about Drew and Nina Reeves, Cynthia Watros. So, on Thursday, Nina is giving Willow some advice. And by Friday, Willow is shaken. So, Nina offered to buy Willow a house to keep her from moving in with Drew, but Willow refused. And then when Drew caught Nina rifling his safe, he actually covered, and Willow went off on Nina assuming that she was at the house to try and talk Drew out of them and cohabitating. This week again, Nina is trying to advise Willow, and I'm sure it's more of, please don't move in. But then with Nina's daughter shaken, you know, this advice may backfire. Willow has said, stop giving me advice. Thank you, but stop. And Nina has also pushed Drew beyond his limits. He's kind of aggravated at everybody about losing the Quartermaine name. There's just a lot. And he, despite the loss with Tracy Quartermaine, Jane Elliott, when it comes to Willow, he's feeling all powerful. So, when Nina comes and sticks her nose in their business again, Drew may snap and just may go ahead and tell Willow he and Nina slept together a few times, and then Drew may spin things to make it look like Nina is trying to keep him and Willow apart because she's jealous and obsessed. So, this thing about Nina may be what has Willow rattled next week, and it could seriously affect their mother-daughter relationship. It all started with a whisper, a quiet hum of betrayal that would soon grow into a roar across Port Charles. Drew Kane had spent months carrying a burden he never meant to shoulder. His friendship with Willow Tate Corinthos had grown stronger after her cancer battle, each conversation revealing how much she had come to trust him. And in that trust, Drew found the unbearable truth. Willow's biological connection to Nina Reeves wasn't the only secret lurking in the shadows. There was another, far more devastating secret, one Drew discovered during a classified Aurora media investigation that tied directly into Sonny Corinthos' world. Willow wasn't just Nina's daughter. She was also Jason Morgan's daughter. The DNA tests from years ago had been tampered with, by Victor Cassadine and Selena Wu, in a plot to weaken Sonny's empire by destabilizing the Corinthos family. Drew stumbled upon Victor's hidden files only weeks earlier but kept silent, afraid of what the truth would mean for the people he loved. But now, the time for silence was over. The shocking revelation. It was a rainy afternoon when Willow walked into the Aurora offices after Drew's mysterious text, "We need to talk. It's important. Family important." She expected maybe something about Wiley or a minor business update. What she didn't expect was the look of devastation etched on Drew's face. "I need you to hear me out," he started, voice shaking. "And no matter how much it hurts, I promise you, I'm telling you because you deserve the truth." Willow sat down cautiously. "What is it, Drew?" Drew slid a manila folder across the desk. "You're not just Nina's daughter." He took a heavy breath. "Jason was your father." Willow blinked, disoriented, her world tilting. No, that's not possible. "My father. He was a lie. A planted identity. Victor and Selena used false records. Jason never knew. And you didn't either." The words hit like a physical blow. Tears filled Willow's eyes, but they weren't just from sadness. Somewhere deep inside, something clicked. Her unexplained fierceness, her innate strength, it all suddenly made sense. "But Jason's gone," Willow whispered, voice cracking. "He's gone. I'll never get to know him." Drew's heart shattered for her. "I know. I wish there was more I could do." He reached across the desk to comfort her, but Willow pulled away, already spiraling. The last few months, she had been working so hard to create a normal, peaceful life, and now this. And this was just the beginning. Sonny's downfall begins. Meanwhile, across town, Sonny Corinthos was dealing with his own chaos. For months, Sonny had been growing more reckless. His mental state after losing Jason and betraying Carly had only worsened. Dex Heller, planted by Michael, was still deep undercover despite his conflicted loyalties. Cyrus Renault was back in play, lurking in the shadows with a new plan to dismantle Sonny's empire once and for all. But Sonny's real weakness wasn't external. It was internal. It was trust. And Drew Kane knew that. You see, while uncovering Willow's true paternity, Drew also discovered financial ledgers showing Sonny's illegal offshore accounts that Victor had quietly begun seeding with dirty money before his death. To the feds, it would look like Sonny was involved in massive international arms deals, not just his usual mob activities. It would be enough to put him away for life. Drew didn't want to be the one to betray Sonny. But with Willow's world imploding, and Carly's future at risk, he saw no other way. He made the call. The dominoes fall. At Sonny's warehouse, the feds stormed in. Guns drawn. Shouts. Chaos. Sonny barely had time to react before he was in handcuffs, Brick shouting that he was set up, Diane Miller rushing to the scene, already planning his defense. Sonny's face was a mask of rage. He knew instantly, this was no random bust. This was personal. As he was shoved into the back of the FBI van, Sonny caught sight of a figure in the shadows, Drew Kane. The two locked eyes. Drew didn't flinch. Neither did Sonny. He knew. He knew. And a quiet vow was made in that moment. This wasn't over. Not by a long shot. Dash dash dash. Fallout across Port Charles. The news spread like wildfire. Carly Spencer was furious when she learned Drew had gone behind her back, even if he said it was to protect her. She felt betrayed all over again, another man deciding her future without her say. Michael Corinthos was conflicted. Sonny going down had been his goal for so long, but now, watching his father actually face federal prison time made him feel sick. Nina Reeves clung to Willow, desperate to build some bridge now that they shared blood. But Willow, reeling from the double betrayal of Nina and Drew, pushed her away harder than ever. Sam McCall confronted Drew, demanding how he could tear apart Sonny's life when Jason would have given his for Sonny without question. Drew had no answer, except to say he wasn't Jason. He never could be. Jocelyn Jacks saw an opportunity. With Sonny weakened, she pressured Dex to finally leave the mob for good. But Dex knew too much now, and dangerous people wanted his silence. Joss and Dex's love story was far from over, it was just entering a much bloodier chapter. And in a small, quiet moment, Willow sat alone at the cemetery. Kneeling by Jason Morgan's grave, she whispered the words that would define her future. Greater than, I forgive you, even if you didn't know. And I promise, I'll find a way to be the daughter you deserved. What's next? The war for Port Charles has just begun. With Sonny behind bars, at least for now, Cyrus Renault is making moves to take control. Ava Jerome, sensing weakness, considers shifting her allegiance. Selena Wu watches from the sidelines, ready to grab whatever power she can. Drew's life is in freefall, relationships shattered, enemies multiplying. Willow must reconcile her new identity while fending off Nina's desperate overtures. And lurking in the distance, a storm brews. Because Jason Morgan's legacy isn't dead. Not entirely. Someone else knows the truth about Jason's fate, someone who's been hiding in the shadows, waiting for the right moment to come home. Someone ready to turn Port Charles upside down. And when they do, neither Sonny, Drew, Willow, nor anyone else will ever be the same again. Thanks for watching this video and please subscribe our GH News 24 YouTube channel for more update news.